Hey guys, welcome to another episode of AA for Entrepreneurs. We are your hosts. I am Andrew.
I'm Adam. Welcome to another exciting edition of us, AA for Entrepreneurs. Thank you to all the new listeners. Thank you for checking out last week's podcast with Heather and Matt. I just wanted to go look forward because I'm used to that main thing.
It's so different. It's so different.
Dude, I'm so fucking fired up. I'm sorry to probably swear for everybody that's offended by it, man. I'm so sorry, but I'm so fired up. I'm so fired up.
I'm gonna kind of like pull like last week before we get into I actually got a special shout out to those who have been sharing our videos on Facebook. It's truly, it's incredible. The love that you guys have for us and you believing us is really inspiring and letting us know that what we're doing is something.
Yeah, on so many different levels, on so many different ventures with us. Like there's so much support and love everywhere, and thank you to everybody. This the next few months is escalating quickly, and we're going to talk about that in the upcoming weeks. But the exciting news for this week.
Yeah, so big news. I was actually laying in bed. I had a text from one of my friends saying, "Hey, how's the thing going with the hemp business?" I said, you know what? It's been a slow crawl. No word from MDAR yet, and we're just patient. We're being patient. And then I said, you know what? What if they email? So check my emails. We got an email from MDAR saying that the inspection was going to be for April 3rd.
9:30.
It's Wednesday, 9:30 a.m.
Tuesday, even better.
It's a Tuesday.
Yes. We're starting our day with a site inspection. And through all the research we've done and going through that seminar, we see no reason why we would get turned down at all, and we're feeling very confident about getting approved, and we're just so excited, man. There's a chance we could be approved within the first couple weeks of April, and that means it only set us back like 5 weeks, which is nothing. We can make that up. We can make most of that up.
And even if it translates into a 10% loss in final product, whatever, it's 10% over a huge number. It's pennies.
And again, knock on wood like I did last night.
This isn't as good.
Not as good as the wood I knocked on last night, but we are actually having a spring here in Massachusetts, which is huge for us because the sooner we can get them outside, the bigger they get, and the less expensive it is, because we don't have to run the lights inside. And so if it does continue the way it's going, we might be able to get into the ground in May, and we weren't expecting to do that unless we had caterpillar tunnels and everything.
Yeah,
so
totally. It's completely unnecessary now.
Yep.
I mean, weather's gonna be nice now. So you know what? I think we should tell our listeners a little bit. We'd be a little vague with what's going on. Actually, a lot vague.
a lot of it.
But so our original plan was to start with like $10,000 and really start small and build up. Well, now some opportunity may have presented itself, and we might go much bigger.
Yeah, it goes back to what you're saying about people believing in us, and we talk a lot about money and asking for money, but it's kind of like actually doing it now. Like we're actually out there, like, hey, this is what we need. What can you do? And people are like, are you kidding me? Let me help you. And it's so amazing, dude. Like I can't even believe that it's like escalated this far, this quickly. Like we went from like at the $10,000 mark being like, that's kind of a lot. We never asked for that much money at that time to where we're at, and we're not. I don't think we'll ever really reveal that number. That's a private number, but. It literally puts us 3 to 5 years ahead of our 5-year plan. Where we were talking about being out of that 5-year plan, this basically puts us there, just drops us in the middle of it, and we're already working on our new 5-year plan, just in preparation.
And the thing is that's really important because it is such a competitive market. I mean, they're all lions,
Yeah.
so you need to be the strongest lion out there with more meat, right? More fuel, more money, more cash. You can get there.
Yeah, it's I did ECAN over this past weekend and helped out Masking and Normal with filming their education village. And I talked to a few people that I know are like the movers and shakers in this area for sure, in the cannabis and hemp industry. And the amount of people that I talked to, every single one of them was like, "That's your idea for growing hemp? You guys are onto something." Like, "Oh, I've never heard of that. Like, what is that?" Or like, "Have you ever heard of anybody growing like us?" Like, pause for 30 seconds. "Well, there's this one grower in Maine and a couple in California." Okay, so we're like out of like a handful of growers in the country growing this way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just like we get chills and we're like, "Oh my God, what is happening right now?" And this all stems from just growing indoors. I've done an outdoor grow. You've done small outdoor
It's a
grows.
lot of produce.
And you've done a ton of produce outside. So like that mixed with your science and lab experience and my extraction and growing experience and everything too, like all of it together is just, we're about to do some things, and not just for ourselves, but our communities,
And for context, so what Adam is saying that the style that we're choosing to grow is different from traditional style of hemp. Most of the time, hemp is grown in large rows, farther than the eye can see, right? In 1 foot apart, and this is sown with tractors. The earth is scoured up and turned over, and pretty much the biome of the soil, which is so important, is destroyed every time you run that tractor over. Our style is different. Our style has been essentially taken from those who have crafted and mastered their art of growing in the place of the country where they've been growing it since the 80s, maybe even before that. I don't know the time frame.
Yeah, probably way before that. But
Humboldt.
yeah.
So their style is few plants, healthy, strong. They're more like growing it like trees instead of like wheat.
Yeah, we're talking like 15-foot, 20-foot monster trees, like trees. It's almost like having like 6 plants stacked on top of each other, what you're used to seeing for cannabis and hemp.
Yeah, for real.
And
Sensible.
yeah, essentially. It's just, it's so mind blowing. It's so incredible, and like we're planning on using advanced nutrients, the organic line, to help amend our soil when needed, and they have a great compost line, and I have a feeling we're going to be connected with Big Mike soon. I just feel it. He owns the things, dude. And, yeah, and amazing product. It's what I've used for all my indoor gardens. If you're a grower out there, advanced organic line, of course. Everything's organic, and it's OEM certified organic. So true organic stuff. And Big Mike is not a fan of big pharma and everything else that most billionaires are a fan of. So
what I really wanted to know is, what was the big takeaway from ECAN this weekend? It was huge. It was a huge event.
it was humongous. I literally, just as an update, last time we were talking, we mentioned that I was supposed to work with Disrupt Boston, and we had a meeting, and didn't hear back for a little while. And the day before ECAN, he called me and was like, "Well, this and this didn't happen, so we're not able to pay you." And I was kind of like, "Well, damn. Well, at least he told me before I worked for him." And he offered me a pass to the event for ECAN. I ended up working with Masking, which is, they've been fighting for cannabis rights here in Massachusetts for 30 years now, and decided to use their pass instead, didn't take Disrupt's pass, and worked completely in the education village the whole entire time.
Awesome.
Because, Friday, it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. I kind of went into there on Friday and I was like, what the hell am I going to do now? Like, I literally have no clue what I'm here to do now, like, no clue. And my friend Joe and Doug, it's weird how we saw each other because we really didn't see each other for the whole rest of the day. I was on the train. I was switching from the red line to the green line, which if you've ever been to Boston and ridden the T, that's what that is.
Park Street.
Yeah, Park Street, yeah. So I got on the Park Street train and heading to the Heinz Convention. I'm sitting there waiting, I'm looking at the station, I'm like, damn, there's 5 different trains, like, okay, that sign says all of them go to Heinz Convention except one. So I just found like one that wasn't that letter and sat under it, which was Boston College. And I looked down at my phone, I looked up, and then for some reason, I don't even know why, I just looked behind me, and he was walking towards me.
Oh, inhale, exhale, smile.
Yes, dude, I literally was like, and she noticed me, and I noticed her, she was like, oh my God! And it was like, I told her kind of about, like, updated her on what's happening, and the stuff that I've been finding out, and you know, she kind of I was like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, follow your heart. Now this, stop overthinking, use your heart. You know, after that talk with her, I kind of just walked around on Friday and kind of observed, just watched everything, saw who the vendors were, you know, saw who I was supposed to see. And I just kept running into random people that I haven't seen in a while that I need to like close some business loops. And you know,
Did you meet some hemp farmers?
I did. I met some hemp farms that are in processing, which is what we're getting heavily into. So the word is that what we're doing is extremely innovative, and that there's not many people doing it, and the support is definitely growing. And once all this footage comes out from the education village that I was shooting, it's over. I was talking to the people from Ascan, and I said, you know, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around here, did it actually fall? Or whatever the hell was saying.
Does it make a sound?
Yeah, that's what it is. You know, I don't really tell. So
idioms are.
Not my thing. They got my point though. I just was like, you know, how many years have you done this education village? How many events have you done this education village at that, you know, you haven't recorded it? None of it's been documented. The 10 to 20 people in the crowd and the people at Mass Camp might have seen it, but it just kind of gets lost in the wind. You know, there's so much going on at all these events that even the 10,000 people that go don't see it. You know, so nobody's seeing it online. None of the millions and billions of potential people that could see it and learn from it, get help from it, are seeing it. So again, we always talk about being that glue, and we become that glue. You know, I spent the whole weekend just shooting educational stuff. Like, is it like the most, I don't know, I guess it is really compelling. Most of the panels were like really, really, really good, you know, really educational.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just can't wait. I can't wait for all of
It's
it.
an exciting time.
It really is, man.
Especially with the sun starting to shine. I mean, a couple of days ago, we were in Taunton, Massachusetts, and it was like 60 degrees.
Yep.
It's the nicest. Not
I think it's
only
supposed to be like 65 on Saturday.
is 60 degrees the nicest day of the year, but it's like the nicest day since
Yeah, you appreciate that for 6 months.
Oh, it's so nice. It's 6 months of walking around with a nice beard and finally let it thaw in the sun.
Yeah, he looks like a different
So-
bird. I got a new farmer.
It's super, super nice. And another thing, actually, entrepreneurial. I'm getting back into the training game. So I just started personal training. A good friend of mine, his name is Kevin, and he's on a journey to lose 40 pounds
Hell yeah.
and summit Mount Washington in a single day,
That's
which
incredible.
is it's a hard task.
That's incredible.
And he works hard. So what we're doing is we're documenting the entire journey. I'm sharing it to my personal page. It's Andrew Wilkinson, and you can follow Kevin at Kevin Med on Snapchat. And the second thing that I've got going on is I'm teaching a Spartan boot camp, and that is going to be a 6-week program. Going to be twice a week for about an hour and a half, and that's pretty much to train all the people that wanted to run an obstacle course race or just want some structure to their working out. Like, oh, you know what? I just need a routine. I just want something different. I'm so sick of doing dumbbell curls or doing that machine where you sit down and you go like this.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's boring. You know, it's cool to do every once in a while, but at the end of the day, you're like, I just want to go outside. Give me a pull-up bar. Give me a track. I want to do some bear crawls. You know, so this program that I'm starting is I wouldn't say it's necessarily designed for beginners, but it was designed with beginners in mind, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's room to grow. You can be beginner, intermediate, and it's essentially you can work at your own pace. The main goal is to complete a Spartan race at the end of it, which those races are so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in there with a team. Sometimes it's like super nice out, and you just man, it's a great time.
I don't want to do one for a while.
You should.
One of these times.
You gotta come to some of these classes. Maybe.
Maybe we could. What days do you think about scheduling?
Well, it's gonna be Tuesdays and Sundays. We document.
It's true.
Document train.
Just watch Adam get slow.
It's reality TV, reality IGTV.
Real reality TV.
You know, another thing that AA for Entrepreneurs has done recently is we are piercing the LinkedIn canopy.
Yes.
And you know what? It makes so much sense because LinkedIn is a business platform. 92% of the content that we provide is entrepreneurship.
92.
So I mean, why not? So we're posting a couple of clips on there too.
Yeah. We've been the content we've been producing in our like sit down with people has been so much better. Like I feel like we've been better organized. We've been better organized with having little pre-production meetings with people that we're interviewing instead of just being like, hey, how's it going? Sit down, let's go. Like we sit down and have like a good like almost hour discussion with them before we like sit down and record.
It's a real nice warm up.
It's almost like it gets the nervousness out of the way before it starts because the only difference is that the camera's on. We've already been talking, so now it's just like, okay, let's keep talking. Let's continue our conversation. And Andrew and I are really good at like when we go into interviews, we kind of know what we want to ask them already. And we'll just kind of ask it during regular conversation and pre-production and everything. Like, it's not really, a pre-production meeting. It's really just like a conversation of like what we need to learn about them to piece it together, to ask the right questions to give the most value. Like sometimes I feel like some of the interviews I've done and a couple that we've done have been kind of almost like an ad spot.
Yeah.
And we just can't do that. Like we're looking for sponsors. Sometimes the sponsors don't, agree with the business fully. So it can't be just like plug in business. We need to provide value to other entrepreneurs, not just talking about business stuff. So I think that falls on us to properly prepare them before it all starts, to have the right expectations and really bring y'all the most value. So when we cut up those little 5-minute clips, you guys are like, damn, all right.
I can digest
I
this.
took something from that.
Yeah, it's which I think it would be truly valuable to a lot of people is to share or to create not necessarily a lesson plan, but almost a verbal instruction manual on how to start a podcast. It's something that we've done. We're 30-something episodes in now, and I think we've kind of had enough experience where we could assist other people to get to the point where we're at now. So I think that's a potentially good episode that we could go into.
You know, we've been talking about doing a workshop with people that like want to leave their 9 to 5 or are aspiring to be an entrepreneur or just started being an entrepreneur. Like we wanted them to sit down with a group and talk with them.
Like a meeting of the minds.
What if we did it, but with what you were just talking about?
Podcast.
Like maybe we have a round
Podcasting
table.
101.
That'd be a pretty good guy. You heard it first.
Come talking here.
When you see the event, don't be surprised. You heard it first.
Yeah, that's the best thing about long-term, long chain conversations. That things like that happen.
Yep.
Entrepreneurship. We're here for you.
But
So I kind of like
what were we talking about?
audio is all over the place today.
Yeah, we apologize about the audio. We just
Speaking of audio,
I turned it on.
oh, you did. All right.
We're getting okay at this shit.
You know, it's still even 7 months in, we still make mistakes.
We need a D-Rock. If you want to come film us for free, and come help us out, man. We'll build you up. You know, help us build and.
Yeah, we'll hit you to the wagon.
But a podcast roundtable would be a pretty good idea, I think.
Yeah.
And you know, again, we're doing everything possible to just try to bring value to everybody, dude. Like, we just want to help. We just want to help, and through helping and branding ourselves, you know, we're going to be the trusted brand when it comes to CBD and hemp products.
Absolutely, 100%.
Everybody needs to watch the fuck out because we are actually doing this for the right reasons. Like, we wrote into our business plan that we're donating a certain amount of product to cancer patients. Donating, keyword, FREE. You know, like
Giving.
You know, like the TurboTax commercials. Free, 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 free. That's what it's like. It's
Yep.
free, not
that's
extorting cancer patients with the medicine. You know, we're writing that into there, and we want to increase it as much as we can with the business growth. You know, we always want to be helping and giving back to our community. We already have another plan for next year, and people are really going to love us for that one. And, you know, our guerrilla marketing tactic,
Yeah.
that's coming up. We won't tell you all about that, but you'll hear about it, trust and
Yeah.
believe. And just, we're going to be innovating a lot.
Yep. So stay tuned for all the action and adventure of our lives in Taunton.
And go back, if you're just listening, go back and listen to where we were at just, you know, 9 months ago. We have been grinding at this for a long time, but we've been documenting it for like the last 9 months. Just showing our struggles through the last months, being very honest with our audience. Like, you could see our growth in there, for sure, for sure. I was listening back the other day, and I was just like, damn, I'm kind of proud of us. Like, we're doing some big shit that we didn't even think was possible, you know? Like, this is shit we dream about, and, you know, you have a couple beers, and you're like, yeah, imagine if that happened, like.
Right. It's all about execution.
Literally, and that's all it is.
You
It's like,
can have ideas. You need to do them.
Yep, and that's what it all comes down to, and we're doing it.
Just do them.
Shia, get on the fucking podcast. Dude, I'm gonna email Shia LaBeouf randomly one day and
We
just be
should.
like, come on the podcast,
You can
man.
email them like once every 34 days.
34 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little off.
You won't expect it coming.
We'll send him like video vlogs.
But we gotta get to work. We gotta finish writing this business plan. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Wait, did we even mention the business plan yet?
No?
So yesterday we spent I want to say like 8 hours, maybe more.
Yeah, Courtney was like concerned for a second.
We spent 8 hours working on a business plan
And financial plan.
and financial plan. So we made a lot of progress on that, and today the plan is to finish. We want that done and pass it along so that other people can look at it and say, this really sucks, you guys are really bad at writing. Fix this. Okay, perfect.
So
We'll
far,
fix it.
one review of it is that this is really fucking good. That was
Yeah.
his exact wordage. So,
Yeah, this is
you know,
really
we're gonna pass it to, you know, Andy's mom and my mentor Jeff. And I was thinking about maybe like the Token Dead guys even, because they've written out a business plan and they have their stuff all together business wise.
Jeff's a writer.
Yes,
They're both
dude,
writers.
exactly. So like, just the more we have, so this is what I mean. Like, all the support we have, man, and then we're gonna be able to pass it on to Hope and Devin, and like, dude,
If
what is
you-
life? What is life?
If you help people, people will help you.
Yeah,
It's real deal.
and if you're out there and you want to invest in hemp, hit us up. No, I'm just kidding. We're working with so many amazing people. Well, kind of kidding.
Yeah.
Am I kidding? Am I kidding? No,
Just
no.
message us.
Message us. We'll see if I'm kidding.
At the very least, it'll be a good conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in with this week's episode of AA for Entrepreneurs.
It's time for us to fucking get to work.
Peace.
We fucking would do that.
Good.